Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we are starting off fueling up the 8640 and the 8430. We got the fuel cell. This thing is full up to the top because I'm pretty sure one of these tractors holds an entire fuel cell. So I'm gonna have to make two trips because this tractor was running out of fuel as well. This is the one Dad was running, and then that one was when I was running, and that one is on empty. So yep, we got a lot to do. This tractor, the 8640, needs hydraulic oil as well, and that one needs a little bit of engine oil, just about a gallon. So I'm gonna get all these things topped up while this is going, because yeah, if these holds 100 gallons like I'm thinking, and this pump only goes 8 gallons per minute, I am gonna be a while. Just finished putting my first load of fuel in the 86. That about filled it up perfect. So now I'm going back and I'm gonna get another load for the 8430. And I also I topped off the hydraulic oil, which it pretty much took a full bucket because it wasn't on the stick. And then I didn't do the engine oil on the 84 because I knew I needed something to do when I unload that one. So I will be back. That was kind of hard to do one-handed, but we're filling up again now, and we're gonna go over to the milk house to wait because it takes a little while for that to pump 100 gallons as well. Perfect. Wow. And I didn't dump the whole container in. So if I did, I would have gone over. And then, well, I would have just drove with it because it's not worth draining oil out of it if it's just going to leak out. But the oil leaks are very irritating at times. But the good thing is you never got to change your oil. It's awesome. You're adding some every day. Eventually, that old stuff is gonna be what burns up, and you got all new oil in your engine. You just slap a new filter on, and you're ready to go.
Right. Crispy Crunchy Chicken could be a sponsor for.
The 8430 is fueled up, oiled up, and started and warming up. I forgot my drone at the farm, so I'm gonna run back while that's warming up. Switch back over to my truck and grab the drone and come back. There she is. The entire field is finished, and Dad is sitting up there right now because his tractor broke an O-ring on the hydraulic system. There's a hydraulic block under the hood, and an O-ring went bad and it started pouring oil out. So he's fixing that. He should be able to join me on the next field. We have, I don't know the acreage. We got a half of a 60-acre field that we gotta do because I couldn't rip the whole thing, and then we have another field. So I'd guess less than 60 acres total, and then we're done chisel plowing. I don't know if that is the 8640 sitting there on the wash rack. We are officially done chisel plowing. We finished up yesterday afternoon. My camera's almost dead, so I was conserving battery, but it's sitting on the wash rack because there was a hydraulic leak underneath the console in there, or the dash, and Dad got it fixed, but hydraulic oil was just everywhere. There was about a half-inch of oil inside the cab. It was just a mess. So we're cleaning it up right there, where the rain is at this point in time. And then, yeah, I'm going over to the shop now. And we're gonna get to work on the corn planter today. While we have a break in the rain, I'm gonna show you guys what we bought for doing all of our secondary tillage. We bought a John Deere 635 disc. It's got a bigger shaft than our disc, so it works better on not breaking. It's not perfect, but yeah, not breaking as much. And then bigger disc blades as well, which also help. And yeah, she works like a charm. I did 15 acres with it yesterday, and then I broke a shaft. So yeah, it's not perfect. Like I said, it broke right at the bearing, and I didn't hit anything, and I was looking for rocks after I broke it, trying to figure out what I hit that broke it, and there was nothing there. So I don't know if the shafts are just old and brittle or what, but we got to replace that shaft, which we're not doing today because it's raining. If it stops raining, we'll try and do it, but for now it's just gonna sit there. And I didn't lose any parts, luckily, which is good. And then we got new tires for the 4960, the front of it. Those are 16.5 by 16.1 tractor tires, which are very rare, and we found a set at an auction and got them for 300 bucks. So we're gonna put them on. And then today we're working on the corn planter. So here we are out here by the corn planter. The rain is really loud on the roof right now. And I got carriage bolts and some other grade 8 bolts. So yeah, what we do is, this is what we call a no-till coulter. It's for going 100% no-till, or mostly no-till on your planters, but we go mainly conventional tillage, so we're not going to be using, we use these as a row cleaner almost, just for like deflecting rocks and stuff, because when a rock hits this, you really don't want these seed discs getting damaged. So instead, the rock hits this and kind of bounces out of the way. I got all 6 no-till coulters on the back 6, so there they are. And then I got all 3 of them on that side, and I got 1 on this side. We have 2 missing ones that are still on this planter that need to be torched off. I couldn't get the bolts out, so we have this one and that one down there that we need to torch off. But our mobile torches are out of oxygen. Uncle Billy just went to get a new tank, and so when he gets back, I'll be able to take those ones off and put them on. And then I have the smart connector for the precision planting seed sense, and that plugs in right here. We only take this end, and then from now on this end going up, and that just goes straight up the front to the tractor. That won't get used, so I'm thinking I'm gonna mount this right there on the frame, and then it zip ties around the frame, and then I'm gonna undo this, undo the zip ties going around this way, and it will reach right up in there. Good plan. And then I can start laying out the harness for the rest of the planter and getting the vacuum sensor hooked up, and then I gotta snake the long cord up to the front, and then the seed sense system will be complete. I have 4 row control modules I have to mount, so I have to figure out how far the harness will go and then mount those 4 row modules, and then we have smart pins to put in those 4 rows that will tell us our ride quality and our down pressure. So yeah, that's a little more difficult. That goes up in here somewhere, and Dad understands that part. I don't, so I'll have to wait till he gets back to explain to me how to do that. Luckily, we only got to do it 4 times and not 12 times, so that shouldn't be too bad. I'm getting hungry all of a sudden. I'm gonna have to go and get something to eat. But, I got all of the RUMs in, or the row unit modules, and I also have all of the smart pins in. So now I have to go through and cable manage, which this is what I'm going for right here. It's coming off the RUM and then up, and I'm gonna zip tie it like somewhere in here, because where the row units are right now, that's as low as they get. And so we zip tie it there, and then this row is non-existent, so there's not going to be anything else here, so this will get coiled up and zip tied somewhere in this area. And then we have this that we have to take care of all the way over, so it'll get zip tied somewhere right there, and then it runs along the inside of this frame all the way up, and it comes out right here, and then it runs back, and there's the plug right there where it plugs into this back harness, this one right here. So, and then the process repeats, and it starts here and then jumps another row, so it's the same harness over there, and then the same thing, gonna have a cord like this, and it runs along up there and along the inside of this frame, and it goes up, jumps over, and then we repeat what we did up here with the first row over there. And then over here it's a little bit different. We're not gonna just coil we're gonna coil this one up, because this is the dead row, and that's what I'll call the ones that don't have an RUM. And then we have this cable, which is going to be running up to the tractor right there, which for now is going to get coiled up and zip tied up over here, because I'm not going to run this until the planter is unfolded and I know exactly where everything is cable routing wise. Yeah, because chances are it's going to go back along that frame to the beginning of that black tube, which I can see it right here, and then it's going to come up through this black tube and come up right here where everything else is. I'm just going to continue on cable managing all the way around. I did that first row, and I'm going to work my way all the way back and around and up to here. I have completely finished wiring the corn planter except for one cable, and the corn planter has to be unfolded to put that cable on, so we're gonna roll without it right now until we get it out of the barn. So here we got dead row number 1, just sitting tight right here, runs over, runs down into the RUM, and then this runs back out, up this way, around this way, around this way, up that way, along in there, right here, boom, 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 around this way, down into that row, and then back up and down into that row, and then back up along this way. The midpoint for this harness plugs directly in here. We did not need the 5-foot extension, so that's gone. And then from this harness, it runs up along, up into here, along this cable, around that way, down through there, through there, through there, through there, out here, and then into this, into the next RUM, and then up, and there's the dead row right here, and then also the cable that's going to be going up to the tractor right there. And we just need the 35-footer to route up and then get up to the tractor, but I want to unfold it so that I have a clear routing path, and that way I don't screw something up, because I don't want to screw anything up on this anymore. So with that, the only things left to do to this corn planter are put the last 2 no-till coulters on, and then take those fertilizer coulters off, and then run the new fertilizer back to each individual row. We have those special Keaton row firmers, remember, these things, and they shoot fertilizer out the end. So what we need to do is run a tube up and up to there, and I don't know from there. Dad is in charge of the fertilizer part, and I'm in charge of the technology part, which I am done with. So with that, guys, thank you for watching. Please come back next time, and I'll see you next time.